The Galactic Council was a powerful group. It was made up of many different alien species from many star systems. They controlled a large part of the galaxy. Their job was to keep peace and order among all the planets and species. Whenever a new planet showed signs of growing power, the Council would watch carefully. They wanted to make sure the planet knew its place. Earth was one such planet. The Council had heard about humans and their quick progress, but most species still thought humans were wild and unorganized. They called Earth a young death world, meaning a dangerous and tough planet. But the Council also knew humans were not easy to ignore. One day, the Council sent a formal message to Earth. It was clear and firm. Earth had to send a tribute. This tribute could be anything: rare minerals, advanced technology, or something showing Earth's culture and strength. It was a way for the Council to test if humans were worthy to join the galaxy's larger community. The message came through the galaxy's communication network and reached the leaders of Earth. At first, the leaders were surprised. No one expected the Council to ask for a tribute so soon. Many thought the Council might ignore Earth for a long time. But now, Earth had to decide quickly. The leaders held a big meeting. They gathered in a tall building in the capital city. Scientists, politicians, military generals, and diplomats all sat together. The room was tense. The Council's demand was serious. If Earth did not reply well, there could be punishments. Some feared that the Council might even attack or isolate Earth. One politician spoke first. "We must obey the Council. If we send good gifts, maybe they will accept us peacefully." Another leader disagreed. "They want to remind us that we are weak, but we are not weak. We have survived wars, disasters, and many dangers. We should send a reply that shows them we are strong." A scientist added, "Our technology is growing fast. We can show them what humans are really capable of, not just with machines, but with our spirit." The debate went on for hours. Some wanted to send ships loaded with minerals and metals. Others wanted to send advanced weapons or machines. But everyone agreed that the tribute should mean more than just gifts. It should tell a story about humanity. At the end, the leaders made a decision. They would not send a normal tribute. Instead, they would send a message that would surprise the whole galaxy. Meanwhile, on Earth, people began to hear rumors about the Council's demand. Many were curious. Some were afraid. Others were proud. They knew humans had always fought hard to survive. Now it was time to show the galaxy what humanity truly was. Scientists started working on new inventions. Artists created powerful stories and images about human history and culture. Soldiers prepared to defend Earth if needed. Everyone worked together, united by one goal: to answer the Council's demand in a way no one expected. Alien diplomats from other planets watched Earth closely. Some were skeptical. They did not believe humans could do anything special, but others were secretly interested. They sent spies to Earth to learn more. They wanted to see if humans were really a threat or just a noisy, wild species. The day came when Earth was ready. The leaders gathered again. The tribute was not a pile of minerals or weapons. It was a carefully prepared transmission. It included videos, messages, inventions, and a story about humans, their struggles, dreams, and strength. The transmission was sent through a powerful signal toward the Galactic Council. It was a message full of hope and warning. Hope for peace and friendship, but a warning that humans would never give up their freedom. Across the galaxy, the Council members received the transmission. They watched and listened. They were shocked. This was not the weak and simple tribute they expected. It was a declaration. The leader of the Council, a tall alien with shining blue eyes, said, "Earth has sent a message. This is more than a tribute. It is a challenge." The story ends this part with the galaxy waiting in silence. What will the Council do next? How will humans react to the new attention? The stage is set for an exciting future. After the Galactic Council sent their demand for a tribute, Earth was not quiet. The leaders, scientists, and people across the planet felt a new energy. It was a mixture of fear, pride, and determination. They knew this was a moment that could change everything. At the United Nations headquarters, the world's leaders gathered again. This time, the talk was about preparation. What kind of tribute would Earth send? Could they simply send rare metals or advanced weapons? Or was there something more important? Dr. Lena Roberts, a leading scientist, stood up. We must show the galaxy who we really are. Not only our technology, but our spirit. Humans have something no other species in the galaxy has. The ability to hope, to create, to fight for freedom no matter the cost. Her words moved many people. For centuries, humans had faced many challenges, wars, natural disasters, and disease. Yet they survived and grew stronger. This was not just technology or power, it was the human spirit. Scientists quickly formed teams. One team worked on new technologies, clean energy systems that could power entire cities without pollution, medical machines that could heal injuries quickly, and artificial intelligence that could help humans explore the stars. Another team focused on art and culture. Artists, writers, musicians, and filmmakers came together to create a message that would tell the story of Earth. They made videos showing human history, how humans learned to live together, how they made mistakes, but kept trying. They showed the beauty of Earth's nature, the strength of its people, and the hope for a better future. At the same time, the military prepared for anything. They upgraded defenses, built new ships, and trained pilots. Even though the tribute was meant to be peaceful, no one wanted to be caught unprepared. Humans had seen in history that sometimes peace talks ended in war. Meanwhile, everyday people around the world watched news reports about the Galactic Council's demand. Some were scared of what might happen. Others were proud that Earth was finally noticed by the galaxy's most powerful group. Children dreamed of space travel and new worlds. In secret, some aliens watched Earth carefully. Many were surprised. Humans were not just sending simple gifts, they were sending a whole message, a message of hope, strength, and unity. Some aliens began to respect humans more. Others, however, were worried. What if humans were stronger than they thought? Back on Earth, the leaders decided the tribute would be sent as a transmission, not physical gifts. A transmission could travel faster and reach the council quickly. It could also contain more than just objects. It could carry ideas, stories, and emotions. The transmission was carefully planned. It included videos, music, scientific data, and even interactive messages. The best programmers worked day and night to create a virtual reality experience. This experience would allow the council members to feel what humans feel, see Earth as humans see it, and understand their hopes and fears. The day to send the transmission arrived. The whole world watched as the signal was sent toward the Galactic Council's home planet. There was a moment of silence. No one knew what the council would think. When the council received the transmission, they began to watch. They saw the videos of Earth's natural beauty, the green forests, deep oceans, and vast deserts. They saw humans building cities and flying into space. They felt the emotions behind the music and stories. The message was clear. Humans wanted to join the galaxy's community, but only if they were respected as equals. They were not a weak species begging for protection. They were a strong people ready to share, learn, and fight if needed. Council members whispered to each other. This tribute was different. It was not just a gift. It was a statement. Some were impressed. Others were unsure what to do next. On Earth, the leaders waited anxiously for the council's reply. Meanwhile, human diplomats prepared to visit the council. They knew this might be their first step in a long journey. For the first time, Earth felt part of the galaxy in a new way. Humans were ready to show that they belonged, not by force, but by heart and mind. The Galactic Council had never seen anything like this before. When Earth's transmission arrived, curiosity spread quickly among the many species. The council members gathered in their grand chamber, a huge dome with views of the stars outside. They sat in circles, some tall, some small, many with skin colors and shapes no human could imagine. The leader of the council, known as Threxel, stood up. His voice was calm but firm. We have received Earth's tribute. We will watch and decide its meaning. The large screen in the chamber lit up with the transmission from Earth. First, images of Earth's natural beauty appeared. Wide green forests, deep blue oceans, deserts of gold, and snowy mountains. The council members watched quietly, some with interest, others with skepticism. Next, the transmission showed humans working together. Scientists in labs, farmers in fields, children in schools, and artists painting. The images told stories of hardship and hope. Humans had survived wars, famine, and disease. They had made mistakes, but they never stopped trying to improve. Then came the display of technology. Earth showed clean energy devices that used the power of the sun and wind, machines that could heal wounds quickly, artificial intelligence systems that helped in space exploration and problem solving. It was not the most advanced technology in the galaxy, but it was clever and growing fast. The transmission's most surprising part was a virtual reality experience. The council members put on special devices and entered a human world. They saw Earth through human eyes. They felt human emotions, fear during disaster, joy in celebration, sadness in loss, and hope for the future. They watched stories of human families, friendships, and struggles. They saw how humans fought for freedom and peace. The experience was deep and moving. Finally, a message appeared from Earth's leaders. It was clear and strong. We are ready to join the galaxy as equals. We offer peace and cooperation, but we will never surrender our freedom. We are humans. We have survived and grown because we fight for what is right. We ask for respect and friendship. The chamber was silent after the transmission ended. No one spoke for a long time. Threxil broke the silence. Earth has shown us more than a tribute. It is a message of strength and unity. We must think carefully. Some council members whispered among themselves. Some admired Earth's courage. Others were worried. What if humans became a strong force in the galaxy? A younger council member named Zara spoke up. We should welcome Earth. They bring new ideas and spirit. They can help us grow. But another elder, Grolan, disagreed. They are unpredictable. Their spirit is strong, but their power is not yet proven. We must test them carefully. The council decided to give Earth time. They would watch and learn more before making a full decision. But the tribute had changed many minds. Back on Earth, the leaders received news of the council's reaction. They were hopeful but knew the path ahead was difficult. Humans had made a bold statement. Now they must be ready for what comes next. Human diplomats prepared to travel to the Galactic Council's home planet. It was the first time humans would meet the galaxy's leaders face to face. As they left Earth, the diplomats felt proud. They carried more than a message. They carried the hopes of all humanity. The story of Earth's tribute spread across the galaxy. Many species began to rethink their ideas about humans. Some reached out to form new friendships. Others watched, carefully, waiting to see what humans would do next. The stage was set for new adventures, challenges, and friendships. Earth was no longer just a small planet. It was a rising star in the galaxy. The Galactic Council had not given a full answer yet, but Earth's tribute had already shaken the stars. On distant planets, news of humanity's bold message spread like fire. Thousands of species watched the tribute. Many were amazed, some were afraid. Others were simply confused. How could a young, so-called death world send something so powerful? On the planet Rixor, a tall insect-like species known as the Creve held an emergency meeting. Their leader, Chancellor Tzix, watched Earth's tribute again and again. He spoke to his advisors with wide, glowing eyes. These humans, he said, they are not what we expected. We must not treat them as weak. We must learn from them, or risk falling behind. On another planet, Velora, a peaceful race of beings who communicated through music gathered in harmony. They found deep emotion in the human tribute. The way humans expressed pain, love, and hope through stories touched their hearts. They are fighters, said one elder, but they also sing with sorrow and light. We must meet them. Not every reaction was peaceful. On the warlike world of Tarkon, General Drogar of the Tarkoni Empire smashed his clawed fist into the wall. Humans are dangerous, he growled. They speak of peace, but their eyes show fire. We must prepare for war before they rise too far. Back on Earth, the humans were not resting. Though the tribute was complete, their work had just begun. At a global space center, human engineers built faster ships. Diplomats trained to speak alien languages. Artists kept creating stories to help aliens understand Earth's complex past. The Earth Defense Network, an alliance of global military forces, tested new shields and weapons, not to threaten, but to prepare. Humanity had learned long ago that peace was strongest when defended by strength. Inside the United Nations, the Earth Ambassador for Intergalactic Relations, a calm and sharp woman named Mira Thorne, received reports from across space. New messages from 7 alien species, said her assistant. Some want to meet. Others warn us to stay quiet. Mira nodded. That means we're doing something right. She looked at a hologram showing the galaxy. Earth was still far from the galactic center, but now every major species was looking in their direction. A week later, Mira and her team received an invitation from the Council. They were to send a human delegation to the next Council assembly. It would be the first time humans would speak in the Council Hall. The team selected 5 members: scientists, soldiers, and peacekeepers. They wore formal suits with Earth's symbol, a blue and green globe with a ring of light around it. As the delegation flew toward the Council's planet, other species watched closely. Some wanted humans to succeed. Others waited for them to fail. The Galactic Council's homeworld, Zenith, was massive. It was covered with silver towers and glowing plants, and its skies were full of ships from across the galaxy. When the human ship arrived, a long line of alien reporters floated near the landing area, blinking lights and buzzing with excitement. Humanity's representatives walked calmly, but with purpose. Their eyes scanned the crowd. Their faces showed courage. In the Grand Council Hall, all the galaxy's leaders were present. The room shimmered with blue crystal walls and floating lights. Mira stepped forward to speak. She stood on the Council's speaking platform, her voice steady. "We thank you for inviting us," she said. "Humanity is new to the galaxy, but we have lived through fire and storm. We come not to beg, but to offer something real. We are not perfect. We've made mistakes, but we never give up. We ask for peace, friendship, and a chance to grow together." The hall was silent. Even species who disliked humans couldn't ignore her words. After the speech, Council Leader Threxel stood. "Earth's tribute surprised us. Now your words have echoed across stars. We will consider your place among us, but be warned, joining the Council is not simple. There will be trials." Mira bowed slightly. "We are ready." Back on Earth, people celebrated the small victory. News spread across cities and villages. Humanity to face Council trials. Everyone knew it would be difficult, but no one backed down. Across the galaxy, others began making their moves. Dine. Rixer, Chancellor Tizik, sent a message to Earth. "Let us meet. Perhaps we can learn from one another." On Tarkon, General Drogar gathered his top war commanders. "If they pass the trials, we strike. We will not share power with apes who talk of peace." On Valora, the musical elders sang a song of welcome, preparing to visit Earth. Earth's tribute had done more than impress. It had started a new game in the galaxy. Now all eyes were on the humans. What would they do next? Could they pass the Council's test? Could they rise without falling? The galaxy held its breath. The Galactic Council's message was clear. Earth was welcome to join the galaxy's great community, but only if humanity passed the trials. These were not easy tests. They were designed to measure a species' strength, wisdom, and unity. Earth's leaders knew this was their greatest challenge. The trials would decide their future. The first trial was a test of strength and teamwork. The Council sent a challenge to Earth, a simulation of a dangerous planet filled with natural disasters, hostile creatures, and difficult terrain. A team of humans had to enter the simulation and complete a mission to rescue stranded scientists and return safely. A special team was chosen. They were the best soldiers, scientists, and explorers from Earth. Captain Arya Collins, a brave and smart leader, was chosen to lead. Her team included Dr. Omar, a scientist expert in alien biology, and Lieutenant Jax, a skilled pilot and fighter. They entered the simulation. The virtual world was harsh. Earthquakes shook the ground, volcanic eruptions sent ash and fire into the air, and strange creatures roamed the forests. The team had to use all their skills and work together to survive. Captain Arya's leadership was strong. She made quick decisions. When a creature attacked, Lieutenant Jax fought bravely to protect the group. Dr. Omar used his knowledge to find safe paths and medical supplies. After many dangers, they reached the stranded scientists. The team worked fast to bring them back. Just as they were leaving, the simulation's ground shook violently. A volcano was about to erupt. With time running out, Captain Arya led her team and the scientists to safety. They barely escaped before the eruption destroyed the area. When the simulation ended, the Council watched closely. Earth's team had passed. They showed courage, intelligence, and teamwork. The first trial was complete. The second trial was a test of wisdom and diplomacy. Earth's diplomats were asked to resolve a dispute between two alien species on a distant moon. These species had been fighting for decades over territory and resources. The diplomats had to negotiate peace without weapons or force. This was difficult. Both sides were proud and angry. Ambassador Mira Thorne led the mission. She listened carefully to both sides. She spoke calmly, finding common ground. Slowly, she helped the species understand each other's fears and hopes. After long talks, a peace agreement was reached. The two species agreed to share the moon's resources and protect the environment together. The Council was impressed. Earth had shown not only strength but also wisdom. The final trial was the hardest, a test of unity and heart. Earth had to face a challenge that could divide them or bring them closer. The Council created a situation where Earth's leaders had to decide how to respond to a crisis involving a dangerous alien virus spreading on their planet. The virus was deadly, and the Council watched how humans handled it. Earth's people worked together. Scientists searched for a cure while governments shared information honestly. Communities helped each other. There were fears and disagreements, but humanity's spirit stayed strong. In the end, Earth controlled the virus through unity, science, and care. The Council saw this and felt respect. Humanity had passed all trials. Council leader Threxel spoke again. Earth has proven its strength, wisdom, and unity. You have earned your place among us. Earth celebrated worldwide. People cheered. The stars seemed closer than ever. But the story did not end here. As Earth joined the Galactic Council, new challenges awaited. Enemies watched quietly. Allies hoped for friendship. Humanity's journey had just begun. Earth had passed the trials. The Galactic Council welcomed humanity as a new member. The news spread quickly, lighting up every city and village. For the first time, humans were part of something larger, a vast community of stars and worlds. Orni, the Council's Grand Assembly, Earth's delegation stood proudly. Council leader Threxel spoke, his voice calm but full of respect. Humans have shown strength, wisdom, and unity. Your spirit is strong, and your courage has earned you a place here. Welcome to the Galactic Council. The room erupted in applause from many species. Some species who once doubted humans now looked at them with new respect. Others still watched carefully, but the tone had changed. Earth was no longer a small, unknown planet. Back on Earth, celebrations lasted for days. People danced in streets, flags flew, and messages of hope filled the air. The future seemed bright, but humanity knew this was only the beginning. With Council membership came new responsibilities. Humans had to learn to work with other species, follow the galaxy's laws, and help maintain peace. Mira Thorne, now Earth's official Council ambassador, prepared for a new mission, to build alliances and friendships across the stars. She believed humans could bring something special: honesty, courage, and hope. Meanwhile, scientists and explorers prepared for new journeys. With help from the Council, they planned missions to new star systems to learn, trade, and share knowledge. 1. Young pilot Lieutenant Jax dreamed of flying beyond the known galaxy. He trained hard, ready to represent Earth in the stars. But not all were happy with Earth's rise. On Tarkon, General Drogar plotted in the shadows. "Humans are strong now," he growled. "We will watch them closely. If they threaten our power, we will act." Other planets sent secret messages, warning Earth to be careful. Despite threats, Earth's leaders believed in peace. They sent messages of friendship, offering help and sharing knowledge. Slowly, new friendships formed. On Valora, the musical beings visited Earth, sharing songs and stories. On Rixer, Chancellor Tezix opened talks for trade and cultural exchange. Humans began to understand the galaxy was full of wonders and dangers. One night, under a sky filled with unfamiliar stars, Captain Arya Collins looked out from a space station orbiting Earth. She thought about the journey so far, the trials, the victories, and the challenges ahead. "We are part of something greater now," she said softly. "Our story is just beginning." Humanity had reached a new dawn. From a small planet of struggles, they had risen to join the stars. The galaxy was watching. The future was wide open, and humans were ready.